let's name psychedelics. Let's name as many as we know, back and forth. One. Just because.
All right, yeah.
What are this category of psychedelics? I'll start easy. You've already let cannabis in there. I'm starting with cannabis.
Phil Phails for you.
Salvia divinorum.
Psilocybin or mushrooms.
LSD.
Let's go with peyote.
Peyote. Okay. How about a similar mescaline containing cactus? We could go with San Pedro.
How about ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca, Banisteriopsis capi. Yeah, okay. Let's go with Datura.
Datura, what is that? I've never heard of this one.
So there's like a South American similar plant. It has a very similar flower. It's called angel's trumpet, or that's like the common name for it. But Datura is a psychedelic native to Texas and Mexico and some other areas of the United States, but it's a flower that blooms at night. Carlos Castaneda talks about it in the
Teachings of Don Juan, which I've read.
Yeah, so that was one of the psychedelics that he used or allegedly used in the books. But yeah, I mean, it's a very strong psychedelic. I wouldn't ever recommend someone use it unless you have someone with like ancient knowledge of how to use it, and like that is very rare at this point. So I would steer away from that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it contains scopolamine is the active ingredient.
I've heard of that from the
Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going with holotrophic breathing.
Okay, natural psychedelic. All right, let's go with ketamine.
Ketamine, yes, it's a good one.
Yep.
What about the frog back goo? I don't know.
Yeah, 5-MeO-DMT.
What is the name of that frog?
The old name for it used to be Bufo alvaris, and then it was reclassified the last like 5 years into Bufo incilis, I believe, is the new name for it.
That's the toad goo.
The toad medicine, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you said that, then I'm going to go with classical DMT, like in DMT.
Yeah.
That's usually extracted from like Mimosa hostilis or some, depending on the method, but yeah, in DMT.
This is where I'm not sure. You probably could keep going, but I think this is where I start to, I think mescaline.
Yeah. Like crystal mescaline from probably extracted from San Pedro since it's cheaper and easier.
So is that just saying, I'm just saying an extract from something we've already mentioned?
Yeah, but I would say that there are other alkaloids and active compounds inside of San Pedro and peyote that probably aren't as well researched, that definitely play a part in how the mescaline interfaces with your body. So like pure mescaline, I think would probably be very different than peyote or San Pedro.
Yeah.
Although I have very limited experience with mescaline.
Much like cocaine is very different from the cacao leaf.
Yeah, the coca leaf.
Coca leaf, yeah.
Okay, can I keep going?
Yeah,
then?
keep going.
All right, let's go with the classic Amanita muscaria.
Oh yeah, the mushroom that looks like the Super Mario Brothers mushroom, right?
I'm pretty sure it is the Super Mario Bros mushroom. That's the one there.
And there's a lot of stories about Santa Claus in this mushroom.
Yeah, it has a very deep root in shamanism. People have probably been using that one since like recorded history, I'd say. Yeah, there's a very deep mythos around that mushroom. I want to think of a few more. So there could be LSA, which is like the precursor for LSD, and that's contained in morning glory seeds and Hawaiian baby woodrose.
Okay.
Lysergic acid. My understanding, though, is that it is neurotoxic in that form and can cause maybe some craziness, for lack of a better word, if you don't use
like
it.
long term.
Yeah, and like it maybe isn't the best for you in that. Well, maybe I might be getting confused, but LSA is also in ergot, which is a mold that grows on rye and wheat berries.
Which they say, at least I heard when I was younger, might have caused the
Salem witch trials.
Because they got into some of that.
Yeah, and there might have been a early freeze that may have caused mold on the berries, and they ate those berries and went a little crazy. And I have a story of a friend who got ergot poisoning because he was picking up wheat from the side of the road and putting it in his mouth and chewing on it. Ooh. And he had this habit. And eventually he figured out that was what was going on. And he was hospitalized before he realized like he had been slowly subjecting himself to that poison.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So LSA, that's another good one. I want to kind of like go through some cultures and see if I'm missing any. It's like in North America, we have peyote, datura. Going further south, we have LSA. Yeah, I think I'm good on. I think I said most of the major North American ones. And yeah, there's also the vilca, or there's another word for another species, but there's a seed pod that grows in South America. It grows on a very tall tree, and the seed pod is ground up and blown into the nose with a tepe or a caripe. You can do it self-administered, or it's kind of like rape.
Yeah.
And it contains 5-MeO DMT, the same stuff that's in the toad. It also contains small amounts of N-DMT and bufotenin, which is another DMT-like structure or like compound. And so they would blow that into your nose, and that's like basically like smoking frog or smoking toad.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we've named most of them.
Okay.
I mean, we could get into like the research chemicals
Or the
and stuff
designer.
like that.
I didn't want to get into the designers because then.
I mean, one that I do have some experience with would be 2CB.
That's what I was thinking.
and
2CB.
and that one, I have like mixed reviews about that one. On a personal note, like I always thought it was weak until a friend had a 2CB vape pen, and he offered it to me, and I had been using the one he had, and it wasn't very strong. But then he pulls out his personal one from his pocket. He's like, "Hey, this one's fully charged. It's brand new. Be careful." Quote, "It hits like a ton of bricks." And I was like, "Oh, whatever. I'm gonna hit it like I just hit the other one." So I took a long 10-second drag, hold it in, and by the time I'm exhaling, I felt like I could see the entire holographic fractal like universe, and I was like seeing like more tracers than I'd ever seen in like
You
a
went there.
lucid state, and it was so intense I had to like run outside and try and throw up, and I could not throw up. It just like I went from 0 to like being able to see the numbers in the matrix so quick.
Yeah.
And so I think that, you know, the right context, if I was more prepared for that, it could have been enjoyable. But my body was like basically kind of in light convulsions for like 15 to 30 minutes before I started to come down.
Wow.
And then it was enjoyable.
Because you needed to take a smaller hit on that.
Yeah, way smaller.
The world played Kendrick Lamar's song "Humble."
Yeah.
Like immediately. Sit down.
Yeah. And I've definitely been humbled by many psychedelics, but that's a lot of them. That's most of them.